Welcome to Science Buzz. This is the game show that will help you prepare for the science test on Chapter 6, Sound. Each question will be worth 10 points. Keep track of your score. There'll be a prize at the end. Sound is a form of energy that you hear. Question number 1. What rapid back and forth movement happens when you make a sound? The answer is vibration. If I play this triangle, it makes a noise from the vibrations while it's vibrating. But if I play the triangle and then stop the vibrations, the sound stops as well. Question number 2. How does sound travel? Sound travels in waves that move outward from the source in all directions. My voice is going in all directions. Interestingly, sound travels the fastest through a solid and the slowest through a gas, which is the opposite of you and me. Of course, we cannot travel through a solid. Next question. Question number 3. What do we call it when a sound wave bounces off an object? The answer is reflect. Sound reflects best when you have large, hard, smooth surfaces, like maybe a big empty auditorium. Number 4, next question. What is it called if a sound wave reflects so clearly that it can be heard again? That's called an echo. Next question. What do we call it when an object takes in a sound wave and makes it softer or quieter? The answer to that question is absorb. Rough, soft, or uneven surfaces absorb best. Like a library. You want a library to be quieter, so there's carpets, that's the soft that would absorb the sound, and there's lots of furniture and bookcases and different sized books, so it's an uneven surface and it makes it quieter. Next question. What do we call how loud or soft a sound is? We call that volume. And volume depends on how much force you use. On this drum, if I use a little bit of force, we have a low volume or a soft sound. If I use a lot of force, we will have a louder sound, higher volume. Next question. What do we call how high or low a sound is? The answer is pitch. Maybe you remember our experiment. Smaller vibrates faster and gives you a higher pitch. There is less air in this glass and more air in this glass. This is a smaller amount of air, so it will vibrate faster and give a higher pitch. This is more air, it's larger, and it's going to give a lower pitch because it's going to vibrate slower. Same thing with these strings. I have a smaller string here. It's going to vibrate faster and give us a higher pitch. And then I have a long string here. It's going to vibrate slower and give me a lower pitch. What makes one sound different from all other sounds? Quality is the answer to that question. And that's the end of round 1. Round 2 is a speed round where you will tell me how we make sound from an instrument that I show you. Also worth 10 points, so keep track of your score. I'm going to show you an instrument and you're going to tell me, do we make sound on that instrument from hitting, plucking, rubbing, or blowing? All right. Instrument number 1. with this. It's a recorder. And this instrument, you make sound by blowing. Okay, next instrument. These are sand blocks, and the way you make sound on this instrument is by rubbing. Next. Okay, this is a pretend piano, and even on a real piano, you would hit to make a sound. Also, there's a xylophone on the top, also by hitting. So either way, hitting. Last instrument. On this instrument, you would pluck to make sound. Excellent. I'm sure you've done very well. If your score is over 100, your prize is a cactus. Enjoy. Come back again to practice for your next test.